guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. But I'm not alone today. I have a special guest in YST. How's it going, bro?
How's it going, Odd One? Thanks for having me on the channel. I appreciate it.
Yeah, happy to have you always, because I'm always having fun in the collabs with you. But before we get into our subject of the video, just want to mention that people should go and check out your YouTube channel. First of all, drop your sub, and obviously check the first part of our collab that is on your channel, where we talked about what's the mistakes that we've done so far on our account. So people should go and check you out. Also, I'm gonna have your Twitch link, because like you do stream on Twitch, right? Still?
Occasionally, I'm more on like the YouTube streaming nowadays, if I'm honest. But I do go on Twitch from time to time. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have both your links, your YouTube and your Twitch, for people to go and make sure they will drop your sub. Like, if people are not sub to you yet, what the hell are they doing? You know, what's happening? What's happening? So today on my channel, we're gonna touch on two different subjects again related to the free-to-play series that you, myself, Hell Hades, and the crew, Deadwoodjedi, Eharbad are taking part of. And it's been really fun so far, but there's so many things happening with so many people having different perspectives that I feel like there's two things that we really need to talk about. But first off, let's talk about, when do you think we should pull our shards? Like, when do you think people should pull shards, like early on, in the first month, two, something like that?
Yeah, I feel like at the start we get the 2x Ancients, right? So I feel like the 2x Ancients is definitely worth doing.
Sacreds.
2x Sacreds, and then it led into the 2x Ancients, right?
Yeah, it's for the first 24 hours, if you get a Sacred, you get 2 times Sacreds, and then after that, whatever event is on.
Yeah, so the 2x Ancients, the 2x Voids, the 2x Sacreds is the traditional times that a free-to-play player should 100% be doing their shards, because you get those double odds, right? Now, obviously, with some of us, with this challenge, we kind of got carried away in like some 10x events and stuff. But obviously, traditionally, the main things you should be doing is the 2x events, because shards are so hard to get in this game, right? You get a bit of an influx at the beginning with like missions and challenges, and you're like, ooh, let me just summon some here. But I think away from the challenge aspect of what we're doing, 100% 2x is the best way to go, unless there's the exception of fusions. If you feel like you can go for one, then you might have to summon out of that, right, and break that rule of thumb. But
yeah, so you think that that applies to every single type of shards?
Yeah, I think for the most part, 100%. I feel like 2x 100%, in my opinion, anyway.
Okay, because the way that I've seen this, and like from what I experimented, at least myself, and what I've seen so far, I feel like maybe in the first week or two, I think you should just YOLO the Ancients and the Void Shards, honestly.
Yeah, it's hard because we got pretty lucky, right? Because we landed on the 2x Ancients.
Yes.
Yeah, but let's just say hypothetically we didn't land on the 2x Ancients. I feel like our mindset would have changed a lot. We probably would have been a bit more cautious with what we're doing. Because think about it, you'd have been expecting the 2x event, and if you get all of these Ancients straight away, I feel like we would have just made do with the mystery shards, if I'm honest. But obviously, from a personal standpoint, I also did summon a bunch of Ancients because I needed the food to make my 60 champions. And obviously, along the way, all of these champions are going to be new, right? Whether that be a new rare champion, a new epic, a new legendary, like you got 2, right? But the thing is, would you have got those 2 legendaries if it wasn't a 2x Ancient, and then your whole account would have changed, right? So there is definitely a catch-22 when you think about these things. If the 2x is on, when you start your account, fair enough. But I feel like you need to think a little bit more if there's not. 100%.
Yeah, I see what you mean. From my point of view, I feel that it's a little bit like this. Like, depending on who you start off with, obviously, like who's your starter, whatever. Like, for example, for me, it was Aethel. I wasn't that happy with Aethel.
I love Aethel. Aethel's cool, man.
It's cool, just like for what I was testing, what I've seen myself is just, I didn't like it. I'm not saying she's a bad champion. She's good. Triple hitter, weaken. Just, I didn't like that she has wonky AI, not using the AoEs most of the time. And at the same time, the animations were too slow. And I was like, you know what? That's why I decided to go a different route. But depending who you start off with, because like, for example, if you start with Deacon and Akale, you kind of don't care about anything else, as an example. If I start with those 2, I have the 2 people that I'm sure I want to work on. But I give you my perspective. I felt that I actually really wanted to try and make work. It didn't really work for me. Then Chonora, I was like, okay, she might be good. Oh, wait, I cannot use her AoE that's going to make her a farmer. So I was kind of desperate to try and find something that's going to help me push through. That's what I went to the shield guard, but then I was like, okay, what else am I going to do now? So the way that I see it is maybe maybe not in the first month, but maybe in the first 2 weeks. Obviously depends. If there's gonna be like a 2 times voids that's gonna happen close, you save your voids. If it's a 2 time ancients, that's gonna be a week later, you save it. Otherwise, I feel like at least ancients and void shards in the first week, they should all go, because you never know, you might pull somebody that's like, boom, changes your account. As a simple example, not sure if you've seen, I got a Bellower. If Bellower was my first void rare, I pulled my void shard the second I finished normal campaign. But if that was a Bellower, I 100% would have made him my campaign farmer.
Yeah.
So it really helps you change in your focus. After that, I believe, like, again, this is my opinion, I believe that after that, yeah, slowly start saving your shards to prepare for the fusions, wait for 2 times and all that. But as you noticed, I saved my sacreds. My sacreds I didn't touch specifically because of 2 reasons. 1, we know we have the 2 times sacreds coming up. And 2, they are the best sources of points for the sake of summon rush specifically.
Yeah.
So I was like, yep, sacreds. I do see the argument sacreds. It's so hard to get them up until we get to Nightmare campaign and Ultra Nightmare. You get sacreds nowhere. Just like 1 every 30 days from the monthly quest. And that's about it. But everything else, like I said, that's the way that I see it. You know, I feel like first 2 weeks you should just YOLO ancients and voids and see what happens. Then
Yeah,
after that,
it's definitely fun. But I still strongly believe that. So if you came into this game, right? Challenger mindset, and we had no Pythian fusion on, right? You just started your account. There was no champion chase on. There was no 2x ancients on. Do you think you still would have summoned? I don't think you would have.
I think I would have pulled my sacreds as well. Honestly.
You would have summoned them.
I would have pulled. The only reason I kept my sacreds and I pushed to get to the 3rd sacred is I was hoping the summon rush was going to be lower points, and that then I would have gone for the Pythian fusion. If I would have known that this was 5,000, I would have just. I would have pulled still on the weekend.
I'm saying if there was no fusion, if there was when we started our account, if there was no Pythian fusion, there was no 2x events. Would you have summoned your ancients knowing that there was a 2x ancients in like a week or 2? You would have probably saved.
Maybe if it was like in a week, yes. If it was in 2 weeks, I would have pulled.
Yeah. So I guess that's what it comes down to, guys. Like when you kind of make your accounts, right? Whether that be in the future, depending when you watch this video, I guess you got to kind of do a little bit of research, I'd say. Because the way that the events traditionally go is they go 2x event, 10x event, 2x event, 10x event.
Yeah.
Then they'll throw guaranteeds in the mix. They'll throw like extra legendary events. It gets very, very overwhelming for a new player because you don't know when's the best time to summon your shards.
Yeah, so exactly.
I guess, yes, to an extent, what you're saying is right. I did the same thing, so I'm not against what you've done, right? I summoned a bunch of ancients, and I do hold my voids and my sacreds to a higher caliber because they're so much harder to attain, especially in the early game, because you don't get the drop rates from these normal and hard clan bosses. You might occasionally get an ancient shard, though, right? You get ancients every week, not every month. You get them every. From in the shop as well, you get a few, like once every week.
So you get 5 ancients in the market per month.
Yeah.
Like they spawn randomly. If you don't pick it up, like one pops, so you don't have the silver, it's gonna come back, so it's not like you lose it. Then we get 1 from the shop every single week. That's like every 7 days. And obviously we get 1 every every 5 days? Is it 5? Yeah, 1 every 5 days from completing the weekly quest. So ancients,
I feel like to an extent what you were saying is true because we do need the food and you do run out of mystery shards, right? So the worst thing that can happen with an ancient shard is, yes, if you summon out of a 2x event, which I do highly consider you do, but if you do summon out of it for anything else, the worst thing that can happen is you're going to have some more food to add to your account and get some better champions. And I had this same discussion with Deadwood as well. And I actually summoned a bunch of ancients outside of a 2x event. But I'd say at the very, very least, guys, make sure that you're getting some sort of return in your investment with those shards. So don't just summon in the middle of the week when there's nothing going on. Make sure there's at least a champion chase, at least a summon rush, at least some sort of event that's giving you points. at the same time that you're summoning those ancients if you decide to YOLO them. Because you want to get as much resources for what you're doing, right?
Yeah, I'm a big advocate about double dipping and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, I totally agree with that. Always try to summon. That's why, like, even when I summoned, I did summon while it was summon rush weekend. So I didn't go crazy on any other time. If we would have started middle of the week, I would have not have pulled, would have waited till the Friday so we can get some more extra rewards from the, from that summon rush going on. But yeah, guys, leave it in the comments. What do you think you would do? Like, or how do you actually do it with shards? Do you pull them all? Do you pull them when you get them? What do you think is the best way to do it early on? Like early on, I'm talking about first 30 days because we shared our opinion. I'm curious what the viewers have to say as well.
So I'm going to ask you a question. So looking forward, right?
Yeah.
You've now got a Tomb Lord. You got very, very lucky with those 1% chances and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So looking forward, are you starting to think of keeping your ancient shards now that you got very, very lucky with RNG and just investing with what you got and banking on mystery shards? Or are you still planning to just that YOLO mentality, give me more food because I've already got what I need and I don't need anything else? Because in your kind of shoes for this challenge in particular, you basically got like, what are you missing here? You got decreased attack, you got drop defense, you got weakens.
I'm missing an apothecary high cartoon. That's what I'm missing.
But the thing is, you get high cartoon for free anyway. So
no, but that's what I'm needing. So my team, what my team's missing right now is somebody that boosts me. That's why like we mentioned on the collab on your side. Make sure you check it, guys. Again, like if I had a Broadmaw, that would be good. Increase speed, turn meter. Like I'm missing somebody that speeds me up right now because even with speed boots, this is not fast enough. That speed's not fast enough. I'm not even gonna show you my shield guard. Like look at that. That speed's not fast enough. I need somebody that's gonna boost me. Make me faster. Because like okay, I have Jumarsa for revive. I need somebody that gets my team going. That's what I'm lacking. Like I would love if I would get an apothecary, he would be my next 6-star. No questions asked. The way that I do it with that's something funny. This is how I do it. If I get apothecary before I get high cartoon, apothecary is my 6-star. If I don't, high cartoon's my 6-star. That's how I always did it.
Yeah, it's a good one. The thing is, like with high cartoon, for anybody getting confused by that, basically, like it's going to take a lot of potions. It's going to take a lot of epic skill terms. And I feel like the value of high cartoon is amazing. Speed, auras, like you name it, great champion. But apothecary will bring that element of only needing rare skill terms and a lot more easier to invest in. So I do see where you're coming from with that. So you can start to bump those epic tomes into places like Anax or ones that's going to help you in Clan Boss, right?
True. I mean, honestly, I would definitely prefer, because of what I have on my account, I would prefer an apothecary because I don't really rely on high cartoon's decreased speed anymore. I would not need any book. So if I got high cartoon, I would pray I get the book in the A2 and that's it. I would not use any other books because I wish they would change this because even after you book this, it's still not 100% to push back the turn meter. So, that's kind of bad. But so if I don't get apothecary before I get high cartoon, I'm going to use books, hope I get the book in here, and then I'm going to stop.
Yeah, so wait, so did you summon all of your Void Shards? So you got Bellower and who else did you get?
Ashwalker. Ashwalker was my first. I only had 2 Voids.
So we got 3, right?
Did I miss a void champion?
You must have, because I've had 3 and I think you're a bit ahead of me.
Oh yeah, sorry. Steadfast Marshal.
Steadfast Marshal. Okay, so is he like a budget? He's like a Warcaster, right? What's his cooldown?
He doesn't have the Warcaster stuff, but like provoke, increase defense on self.
Okay.
And the veil on all allies except this champion. If this was perfect veil, I would debate.
Yeah, because the perfect veil is a 15% damage mitigation, right? So this is the normal veil is just a 7.5%. So it's half the value. So it's definitely it's not too much. And
the perfect veil would have been interesting for the sake of randomness for Hydra. Maybe I would have tried Hydra in the top ones.
Oh, how are you thinking of Hydra already, man?
I don't know. That's what I was doing on my main account.
You're gonna go in there thinking you can do it, and you're gonna end up with like 20k.
I mean, with this team right now, no. I remember my last year's free-to-play series. I managed to do 1 key normal Hydra in like 60 days, 65, something like that.
Yeah.
I did have Drang, Bivolt, Helicath, all the fusions, but yeah, this time around it's impossible. Early on, if you don't have an HP burner, don't even think about Hydra. Just ignore it.
Oh man, you've got 260 champions. What am I doing wrong, Odd One?
you know what you're doing wrong. You're not doing nothing wrong. You're doing something right. You have a family and children that you're taking care of. Have a wife that's a gamer.
I do put a lot of work into it though, man. Like, do you know what my issue is? I feel like I don't have the food. Like, I grind
it like a maniac and I use my Tronor and Aether as food.
Yeah,
I
oh,
have
that's
that.
true. See, do you know, for me, I've got Korgan the Crowned. I managed to summon him. He's a pretty solid one. He's actually got perfect veils and stuff from the
Yeah,
Lizard
he has
Burn.
interesting kit.
I feel like he brings the AoE shield, which is going to be huge for the Scarab King. I can bring in like an Armager and a Korgan and start to make a shield comp. Could be
Yeah,
really cool.
with good heal and a 3-turn cooldown, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, so I don't really have much healers, right? So he was a great one. I pulled in Abyssal with the A1 block buffs.
Oh, he's huge. I love him.
Yeah, so I summoned a few ancient shards. I got only rares, but Abyssal seemed to pop out and really like wow, we got AoE heals, we got block buffs now. And I feel like
he's huge. Yeah.
I feel like in Doom Tower, with like the Valkyrie waves or those like the block damages of like a Rush Guard, somebody like an Abyssal can actually come in with a stun set and really put in the work in the future.
True.
So these are kind of champions that I'm holding on to for the future. I don't want to sacrifice everyone. I'm really considering getting rid of my Infernal Baroness. She's really strong. Like everybody keeps telling me don't sacrifice her. Even I was telling myself this, don't do it. But she does have 2 AoEs and she does have a perfect veil mechanic. So
I
don't
don't feel like she's worth
I don't feel like I felt like in the beginning to do Spider, she was doing all AoEs and it was helping me out. But nowadays I'm doing stage 10, stage 11 solo with Elhain.
Yeah.
So I don't really need the AoE damage as such because I do have a Mordecai for burns, and that's kind of what I'm focusing on in the future, right? So
I don't feel like she brings too much. I'd rather invest in the rare Abyssal.
The main
for
reason I did keep her because she did have a AoE decrease attack.
Yeah,
I felt
true.
like that was my only AoE. I've only got a Coffin Smasher at the moment. So I've just been kind of in that mind frame of trying to keep stuff, but then I need to get rid of some. I feel like
Yeah, if I got something like her, I would feed her myself. I always confuse her with Nizana. Like if you had Nizana, they're like, yep, keep that.
Nizana's great. Ally protection.
With ally
Yeah.
protection, exactly.
I felt like I got the wrong sister.
Exactly, got the wrong sister, and they're close to each other. So I definitely agree with that because I think, let me see, I think there was one epic that I pulled myself that I already fed. Might be, oh yeah, Lord Legionary. I pulled him.
Oh, don't say you sacrificed him.
I used him as food.
No.
What would I keep him for?
Fire Knight, man.
I have a Ronda.
No, I don't
And
think
a
any
Tomb
of. I think he would have been. I think he's your biggest mistake so far. Obviously, I don't think he's a great champion. I don't think he's amazing. He's the wrong affinity for stage 20. But I feel like on your grind up to stage 20, this champion would have changed your account, in my personal opinion. Because I did takeovers where I took people from stage 9 to stage 18 just from this champion. Like, that's not even kidding.
But do I really need him once I already have a Tomb Lord?
I think he would have been an amazing pair. I think he would have made your life a lot more easier. You would have been farming stage 13 without a problem.
Yeah, but let me show you what I'm going to use for stage 13, okay?
Okay.
So, Tomb Lord, triple hitter A1.
Yeah. Decrease
Ronda,
speed as well.
triple, and decrease speed as well, true. Decrease speed as well. Obviously, he's going to be for the waves. I'm going to need somebody like, hopefully, Hiker to an Apothecary for the boosting up.
Does Shield God do turn meter reduction?
No, he does turn meter for himself. He brings a
But the
big
thing
decrease
is, so
speed on day one.
with Lordly Legionary, I'm not sure. He does turn meter reduction, right? A big version of it.
He does?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
Let
in
me
my head.
see.
He's got it on his A2 or A3, or is it a heal reduction?
Oh, he does. Oh, heal reduction. Yeah, on day one.
Is that, so where's
Oh,
the...
if there's heal reduction. He doesn't place any heal reduction.
Yeah, so what does he do? The turn meter
Decrease the
reduction,
target
right?
turn meter by 20% if decrease speed buff debuff is placed.
And
So
the
only if it's
A3?
placed.
What was the A3 again?
Reflect damage and continuous heals. This, I feel like reflect damage is so 2019. People used to use this a lot, like, oh, it's used for Fire Knight.
I think you're right to a sense because you've already got decreased speed. I see what you're saying.
I already have decreased speed, I have multi-hitters, and somebody that I want to build, that I was
Armiger.
mentioning earlier, Armiger, or possibly somebody that people sleep on, Satyr.
Yeah, I forgot for a second that the Tomb Lord had the decreased speed A1, so you don't really... But Lordly Legionary, like, for anybody that does summon him, like, early, I feel like if you are progressing, he is a candidate. You do get him for free. You do get him for free.
True.
But,
I feel like if you don't have I feel like if you start after the Ronda chase, keep him.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd rather invest in somebody like this. Not even lying.
So with Satyr, he's got the 4-time hitter, he's got turn meter reduction.
So basically, that reduces 60% turn meter. With the 4 hitter on it. Straight up. If he crits, 15%, 15%.
The only thing is you need to bring in some form of reviver when progression, because I think you'll get smacked up.
And he also brings decrease speed on day one. It's the baby
huge.
version, but for an uncommon, there's ways. There's ways of doing stuff.
No, he's a great champion. Obviously, you got Jamasa. You could pick
I
him
have
back up.
Jamarsa, so it's there's definitely stuff that needs to that's gonna help me progress. But
Yeah.
let's touch on the next subject now, which was something that you said that I have 260s. At the same time, I bought Masteries for my second champion as well. So
Okay.
my second point is like this: what do you think people should do with the gems in the first month of playing? Like, there's always the argument. It always used to be, whenever you get gems, first thing gem mine, because if you play for 100 days, if your gem mine is fully unlocked, which means 1500 gems, in 100 days you get all of your gems that you invested into it back. But from my point of view, or at least what I'm experimenting right now and trying to see how it goes, I feel like it's not the best thing to do anymore. I feel like first 30 days you shouldn't go straight into gem mine. Buy at least the first Champions Masteries, then debate on the second one if you cannot farm stage 15. If you can farm Master at stage 15, start farming Masteries there. I would not go too crazy on the gem mine. First 30 days I would ignore the gem mines, in my opinion. Because I feel like for somebody to starts playing as a new person, as a new player, never played this maybe, you're like, oh, I could have used those gems into something else. This one only benefits you like if you play for, like I said, 100 days.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's how I feel. That's like what I'm doing. What do you think about this?
No, I agree. Like for me, when I did a free to play before this one, for very briefly, and I actually looked back at my progression of that one, and I think I had 4 champions with full masteries in the first 30 days. And I felt like that is a really, really strong for a player's account, because guys, just unlocking those tier 6 masteries or anything in the mix, if you like prepare them, like what I did was I actually done as fast as I could get to Minotaur 15. I did my gems on my first champion, right? And then I think I gemmed up my second champion as well. Then I used those 2 champions to farm up the rest, because I believe 600 gems is enough to farm up a player's masteries.
Yes, that's what it costs.
So basically, I was saving 200 gems, right? I was farming up the champion at the same time. So I was ranking them up whilst doing the gems at the same time. So I was double dipping there, getting the points up. And that's kind of what I'm planning to do for this one as well. And then basically by doing that, it's going to be more intensive on time. But what you do gain is you're saving 400 gems on the 2 extra champions.
Yeah.
That's your initial investment to lead into your gem mine, just by not completely splattering out on your 3rd and 4th champion. And I feel like that is a very strong way to go. There is an argument just to keep gemming up your 3rd, your 4th, your 5th. Like, I understand. But I feel like once you got 2, once you're doing stage 15, stage 14, it's a reasonable time of 2 to 3 minutes. There's no reason why you can't invest into energy, rank up your champions, and do masteries at the same time, and then invest the spare gems into a gem mine. Because the gem mine, guys, it's a long-term investment. You got to be playing this game for months. Of course, some people don't feel like you don't know how long you're going to be playing this game for, right? Or how long you don't know how long your free-to-play is going to last for either. So you got to consider all of these things in your head, like. Yes,
that's why you don't go first thing in, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like you need about 20, 30 days. Nowadays, anyways, there's so much going on. You need to buy energy. You need to rank up your champions. The gem mine, obviously, you get it back over time. Definitely worth investing in. But I don't know if it's the first thing you want to do. I feel like mastery is definitely is what I'd push towards first.
You know how I feel maybe should be the right mentality into this. So after you get, let's say, for example, I got my masteries on the first 2 people. Okay. Then after that, let's say I go to Minotaur, which this is going to be something I will have to try and RNG it. I cannot pass stage 40 because of Affinity right now, because obviously Spirit. But if I get to 15 and I see that my Tomb Lord and the Shield Guard, did I keep saying Armiger? I keep saying Armiger sometimes instead of Shield Guard. Ivy keeps saying, stop saying Armiger and Shield Guard. But if I can get to 15 and if I can start farming with the 2 champions being the only ones with masteries, I'm not buying any more masteries with gem. If I'm not, I might have to buy another one. But depends on the gear that I'm going to get on them. If I'm going to get good enough gear, like I just need 2 more pieces on Shield Guard, I'm 100% sure he's going to solo it.
I don't think you will have a problem with it, because if you were planning to rank up these champions anyway, right? Yeah. And you got 3 champions in the mix, you got 5 champions in total, all of the scrolls will actually go only on the champions that you haven't got maxed up already. So if you've jumped up 2, it's only going to get spread onto 3. Because you've got a 5 stack of champions, they've all got gear on, you're not going to have an issue doing it, I don't think. Honestly, as long as the gear was...
I was stuck here. The gear is a problem. That was my problem.
It's because of your affinities. I feel like once you RNG this one,
Yeah,
and you've
because
got
my
this-
best ones are here.
Yeah, you start ranking up your gear and stuff like that. I think you won't have too much of an issue. It might take you another week or so to get it like perfected,
True.
but it's
And what
definitely
hurts me the most is this. If
Yeah,
I had
no-
sorry, let me move yourself out of the
no
way a
banners,
bit,
no
but this one.
accessories.
If I had the crit damage, even if it's 4-star and a defense there, that would like my shield guard would be ready. He would easily do 15. Not even gonna lie, because right now I have to complete. This is I guess this is the disadvantage of him. You know, compared to the starters, you need 100% crit on him. I have a bit overkill. Look at this. No crit damage, no low speed, but still, this one's so huge because every time he gets that third meter, he goes insane. But yeah, I was saying the part of the mastery. So after you get that point where you can start farming, I feel like still do not buy the gem mine first. I feel like you should always sit on at least a 500 stack of gems or 800, have it saved. Anything that goes over, if you have another 500 over, go into the mine. Otherwise, always keep that stack as maybe there's going to be a fusion starting, okay? If fusion starts, you might need extra energy to pound into dungeons to get your stuff from there. Or you might have, I don't know, you might have pulled some shards and you're all close to a milestone. You might buy yourself 1 or 2, ancients from the gem shop. Even though I advise against this. Where is it? Over here. I advise against buying ancients with gems, but you always want to have a little bit of a stack to play with. Keeping yourself on 0, I feel like it's not the way to go anymore.
Yeah, it gets a bit tedious because when you run out of energy or if you want to do something or do a mission, you're just broke. You've got no reason. You just have to sit there and watch the tick go up.
Exactly. And if you might be missing on some crazy rewards. Like I'll give you an example. The champion training events are the most annoying things ever to do, but they have a legendary scroll at the end. So I'm willing to throw 300 gems, 400 gems in there to rank up people just for sake of grabbing a Lego book as well. And if I throw those into the gem mine, I'm gonna be stuck, So I always want to have like a little bit of something there ready to use.
Yeah, 100%.
Just to be prepared. But yeah, I'm curious what the viewers are gonna say. Again, guys, leave it in the comments below. What do you think? Do you think you should unlock the J mine first? Do you think you should get your masteries for your first 6-star? Do you think you should just not unlock the gem mine for the first month too? Just leave it down below because I'm really curious. Again, I'm really curious what the people will see on this one.
It's interesting because obviously everyone has different perspectives, right?
Exactly.
Things. So yeah, it'll be interesting.
Okay, you want to see? Let's see. Are you gonna bring me some luck?
Of course,
on this side, I'm gonna click the altar of souls.
John the Mask.
Bring the marks. You know what I'm hoping for? I'm hoping to click on the altar of souls and get a split soul for Tomb Lord.
Oh, don't worry.
So when I put it, okay, get the mask. Okay, come on, Tomb Lord. I swear, if I get Genzen, come on, Tomb Lord, Tomb Lord, come on, Soul Merchant.
Come on.
Oh, not this time. I'm over. Where is it? Oh, that's
Cornelia. That's Cornelia. See.
Cornelia. If only I pulled her, right?
If I pulled her, I'll be Ultra Night McClambos by now.
Yeah, that's true. That's what I'm wondering. Why is Hell Hades not there yet? Why is he not there yet?
Wait, did he pull Cornelia?
Yeah, I think he did. I think that's the first epic actually, or the epic that he actually got.
I don't think he summoned the epic yet.
We all YOLO'd on Friday night. Did you not catch that? Safira was on Hell Hades' stream on Friday night. So for those of you that didn't watch it, I'm quite sure Hell Hades or Saf should have a video on it. Make sure to go check their YouTube channels. If not, check HH's VOD, even though you're not going to hear Safira because he cuts out the volume. Yeah. But they pulled their shards. They pulled Lady H shards, Saf shards, Hell Hades' own shards, and then he raided me. And then people forced me to pulling shards. And like, again, apologies, guys. I know 3 minutes of follow during the shard pulls. But yeah, we all pulled the ancients and voids, whatever they are left. They popped their sacred as well.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like, it was shard pull madness on Friday.
So what's going on? Yo, I feel like I get hate for what I've done. I've not summoned anything apart from, I summoned one void and then my ancient shards of Deadwood and on stream. I got a bit carried away because some of the viewers was like supporting me a lot in my YouTube stream, so I just kind of done some ancient shards. But I feel like it's fun, right? It's a community challenge, man, and
exactly.
There's no reason why we can't enjoy that together. Whether that, obviously, I feel like the sacred shards is like, wow, we got a 2x coming soon. Like, what's going on?
You know what? Hell Hades did it the right way. He didn't finish. He did 3-star hard and brutal on purpose, so he's not gonna be tempted to pull those sacreds.
I did that, but then I was on a video and I just accidentally clicked one. I was like, oh, now I gotta look at them every day.
Oh,
it's a tough one.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely saving mine. Even though, like, again, when I was on Twitch, like, pull ancients, pull void.
I kind of value in the early game epics more than legendary champions. If you could pull a very strong epic, I feel like you see a lot more value because you can. Obviously, it's still not easy to do, but they're easier to do in terms of potions and skill tomes than a legendary. I feel, and I feel like the grind to do. I would like to have one good Lego. I don't think I'd want.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want something like a crazy nuker. I'd want somebody like a great support champion is what I'd want.
Yeah, I feel like that's better because you kind of get your starter as a nuker and you can invest your round as a nuker as well.
If I was to ask you a question, if RNG was on your side, what is your number one legendary that you would love to have that's not a void from like an ancient or sacred?
I mean, I already got my most wanted.
Apart from Tomb Lord.
I mean, you know what? I would obviously say something like a Duchess and stuff like that, but I don't want to do that.
Let's think reasonable, all right? You
never know. Reasonable.
So if something like, let's just say like, I don't know, something unconventional that you might not have thought on something else. Like for me, I'd say somebody like Wither the Crowned would be a huge carry.
Oh, okay, that would be interesting. It's hard. It's hard. I have to look through them and kind of think about. Obviously, I would think something crazy like a Valk. Like
I kind of want. With the Crown, Martyrs, Valkyries.
Yeah, Martyr, Valkyrie. You know what? It took me so long on my main account to get the Valkyrie that by the time I got her, I didn't need her anymore. So I really want on this account. I want to build something. I don't want to get the traditional unkillable. I want to go the other way, you know. I'm hoping to get other protectors. Like, you know what? I would love to get a Toragi the Frog. Let's go the epics. I would love a Toragi the Frog.
Yeah, I really wish that was something that they threw into the challenge. Of course, it is a challenge to get to Ultra Nightmare, but I feel like if somebody gets the unkillable team, it's just like, did you really get to Ultra Nightmare? I don't know. I feel like everyone should. Well, from me anyway. I feel like it should be a thing where we can't use unkillable champions to.
I agree. Let's pitch that.
I think it should be like, obviously me and Deadwood, I'm not sure if you've seen, we've got a little wager going on. Have you seen it?
I have to check that. I noticed I didn't get to catch up. I tried to watch every single one of the videos. I didn't get the chance to check out.
We made a little bet, right? Where first one to get to Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss out of me and him.
Okay.
He has to send me a Deadwoodjedi hat, and I have to send him a Genzin mask if first one to get that.
Nice.
So I'm kind of the thing is, but I'm just scared because he's got an Elva Autumnborn, and if he pulls a Demiffer, it's done. It's done. He just needs speed. He just needs to farm Dragon, and then boom. I don't know, man. It's just I really wish that it should have been.
Maybe you pull a Helicath.
I don't want. The thing is, I don't. My whole before YouTube, anything, I never have made until the past 2 months, only for content purposes. I've never made an unkillable team, and the only reason I made one recently with a Demiffer team is. Whenever I do a video of like showcasing a damage of a new champion, I've got a team like prepared to just showcase the damage. Yeah. Whereas in these like allied protection teams, sometimes it's hard to take out a certain person because they're a key component. But I feel like with this, I definitely want to try do it without. Let's see what.
Or even this guy seems interesting.
One of my favorite legendaries in the game. I love Snake Track.
I've played with him on Ivy's account for Hydra. He's busted.
He's a beast. He's the only reason why I could do the high Hydra boss.
He's insane. Like, I love him.
He's one of the only champions in the game that has an unremovable shield, like an Underpriest Brogni on the A2.
Yes, with this one. I think what was the condition?
You just have to have a leech up.
Oh, there's a leech up. Yeah, exactly.
But he places the leech anyway with his reflect damage, so it's always up anyway. So,
there's definitely lots of fun champions. Like, I feel compared to the time when we started, because I'm not sure if we started at the same time. I started like 2.5 years ago playing.
I started all the way back when Chosen started.
Oh, okay, so you started.
I started YouTube late. But I was in this game from like before Santa Fusion. I don't know how many years that's been now. So yeah.
I started during the Dracul Fusion, I think. So that was definitely. I would not mind the Theodore, by the way, since we're looking at.
The thing is, I don't want. Do you have one of these champions pop out?
Yeah, I don't want something busted.
I feel like it will ruin my free-to-play experience because, like, how many times have we done like a free-to-play guide on something and we've got one of these endgame champions in there and everyone's like, oh. That's not free to play. You know what I mean? I
already told you, and I'm going to mention this again in case people think I'm bluffing. I did say, if I'm going to pull somebody that's like, okay, I'm talking specifically S tier. If I pull a Duchess, a Krisk, Safety, you know, people that are extremely busted, I'm not going to use them for a month. So if I pull them, I'm not going to use them for a month because I want to make, again, the free-to-play series relatable.
Wait. So why didn't you use Team Lot for a month?
I don't think he's on the same... I don't think he's on the same... Plus, in order for him to become S tier as the other ones, you need crazy gear. He's so gear dependent that it's
Guys, don't get me wrong, all right? I'm just jealous, okay? I'm trying to get the upper hand here. But you never know. Maybe we can all get a fun little stream going, do some sacred shards over the 2x event.
That's true. I'm definitely pulling my sacreds this Friday on stream, so
we should try organize something.
yeah, we should try and do that, and like all of us pull all of them somehow.
Yeah, I'm not sure how we could do it because everyone's already summoned theirs. I feel like we're the only two left.
That's true.
Maybe Eharbad's probably saved his as well.
Yeah, we're gonna see. If not, you know, you can join me, or you can join me on my stream. I can join you on your stream. We could do something fun about that this weekend.
Yeah, we can see what we do. I'm scared, man. I'm scared.
Yeah, I know it's.
Do you know what? I'm just seeing it already. Like I'm gonna get some Frostbringers. We're gonna get some garbage, man. Even Deadwoodjedi, he got an Ugo.
Yeah, so he has. Deadwood has, I swear, he's the luckiest with the Sharples so far out of us.
No, it's between you and him, 100%.
I mean, I got Tomb Lord, and
the thing is, Green Warden Rurik, I feel like you're underestimating him.
I'm using him in the shield set, 3-star shield set stuff.
I think Green Warden Rurik is wait, what's the other one? There's two. Am I getting it wrong here?
King Galkobar is the better one.
Oh, he's the good one. Yeah, I got it confused.
Or is it? Let me see. King Galkobar has shield on the A1, AoE removing buffs.
Yeah, buff
places
removal.
Poison for each buff removed. Removes all debuffs, cleanse and continuous heals for each debuff.
Yeah,
so
I think he was the better one.
Also shield, yeah.
I still think you see a lot of value from the other dude though. Just with him, like just the base stats. What's his aura?
That's the one that I'm using.
Ooh.
That's why I'm using him at 50. Defense for my shield guard.
Damn.
Unlocking this might be interesting as well.
Yeah.
The shields. This might make me be able to pass Scarab King.
But do you know what? These are the type of legendaries that I would want to pull. Do you know the ones that no one really cares about? I'd love to see the ways that we can use them and actually make best of what you've got. I don't want any of these. Like on my other free to play, I gave up because I pulled a Kaimar. I was pulling some crazy stuff.
I hope I don't get the Kaimar on a free to play. I would be so upset because like he's my most wanted on my main.
Yeah.
They're pulling it here, that would be sad. But yeah, I think we should wrap this one up here.
Yeah, it's been like a movie, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, it's been like a movie. I hope you enjoyed the series with us. But you know, we're having really a lot of fun in here. So I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. But yeah, YC, thank you very much, bro, for joining me again on the channel. Hope you had fun.
Oh yeah, as always. I appreciate you having me on and all of that good stuff.
So just again, guys, I'm gonna have his YouTube and his Twitch pinned in the comment and in the description. Make sure you go check out the first part of our collab over there and drop him, follow, subs, show him all the love and support. He deserves it. You're an awesome dude. You deserve all the love, mate.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Okay, thank you again for joining me, guys. This is gonna be it for the video. Again, if you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we're gonna see each other next time. Peace.